I do not know why I agree to this when nothing changes.
Because there's something about him, her, that draws you to him, her, you know. Today I'm once again out in town with Karma running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day.
Why do you need a new dress?
Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you want to make a good impression.
Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted.
Oh no, darling. I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Being doted on by a married woman, or by a woman in love with another man, is especially troubling.
Is the curse really that powerful?
What happened in your life, Karma? I need to know. Also, I've, observant me has finally noticed the rose that Karma keeps wearing. He'll wear it as a pin as a woman, and he'll wear it as a brooch as a man. I wonder if he has to, add petals to his rose? Through some means? I'm not sure. That's what I'm wondering, though. Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store owner to give specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me? Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now.
What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything that I've done for him, so why do I feel like this?
Ah, Lucette, she's starting to change already! Yes!
You know, it would be much easier for you to just help me carry bags.
Oh, there! Let's buy one of those cupcakes.
Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Well, he was an ability of some sort before, so he probably enjoys it as much as you do. Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching, like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars.
Anything catch your fancy, ladies?
All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating them all would be good for my diet. What do you think, Princess? We'll share one.
I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Whoa, I want to get one of these cupcakes. Am I choosing one for myself or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but... Two cupcakes catch my eyes. Of course they do. One has a tiny little creature sitting on the top of the frosting. It seems to be a little lizard of sorts. Though it is strange, the colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute. But Karma might like the other cupcake.
Oh, so it's between those two. Which would you like, Lucette?
The fancy man with a lizard of a heart. I mean cupcake. It's gotta be this one. I'll have that one.
The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon?
Come a chameleon. We knew it. A chameleon?
It is a chameleon. Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those.
I was thinking he'd like it for the colors, not the chameleon, whatever that is.
Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we?
By the fountain. How nice. Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and a knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do we really need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake? Lucette, you're a princess. How can you eat a cupcake with your hands like a commoner? So before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your curse.
Were we? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that we had gotten off that tangent, to be honest.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
You have your secrets just as I do, Princess.
But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses.
Princess, you want to help me?
Only because it is necessary that I help him so he can help me.
I haven't made any progress helping you, though.
You said you would provide me with opportunities.
I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, Princess.
Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either.
But Princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it is an obligation, you still are good company.
Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with.
Oh, little chameleon, oh there.
Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through frosting and cake with ease. I've definitely never seen such refined manners for a simple dessert. She lived in the palace, it's amazing. Let's take a look at this picture. Such elegant. Is that really big enough for 2 people? Karma.
What was your life like before the curse, Princess?
I have no need to tell you any of that.
No, it's not necessary, but I am curious.
Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so.
How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today, and I'll give you one tomorrow.
What makes you think I'm interested in your life?
Well, you do keep asking me about my curse.
Only because we are working on breaking our curses.
Okay then, we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead.
What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? Karma cuts the chameleon on top in half. I notice that he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter, while I get stuck with the tail. Karma.
Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings.
Is he willing to go this far to avoid the subject?
When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon.
What?
I hid a lot to avoid responsibilities. Oftentimes no one could find me. Not my father nor the servants.
If he had servants, then that makes him a noble?
One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden, and I came upon the chameleon. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I'd only found it because I was looking for something fantastic.
The lizard on the cupcake does not seem at all that fantastic.
My father explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. What is it, Princess?
It seems like you are still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets.
I suppose I'm still a chameleon, then.
I don't think that nickname makes any sense.
Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense to be endearing, Princess.
Can we please just get back to the subject at hand?
Yes, this cupcake.
If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I will tell you something about me.
Oh? You didn't seem the type to want to share.
I normally do not see any reason for sharing things about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else was a weakness. But more than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. No one has ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they think I'm the one at fault. Always.
I wouldn't judge you, Princess. I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulged nothing to you, after all.
A story for a story. That is the deal, right? I expect you to keep to it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It is not like I have to tell him everything, just something about myself.
Lucette.
I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Emmeline and Rawdon and assume we are all one big happy family?
I do have to admit that Princess Emmeline seemed quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man.
He is.
When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Emmeline seemed very nice. Is she not?
Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I've never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Karma is silent, and I continue to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I had meant to stop there, but the words keep coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emmeline far better than he has ever treated me.
What was your mother like?
All of my fondest memories are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, who to speak with.
Who to speak with?
Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does?
No, Princess, I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad.
Sad? Why would he be sad?
It sounds like you lived an empty life.
It was not an empty life.
But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone.
It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted.
Princess, about your mother.
I will not hear you speak ill of Mother.
No, I only had a question about your mother.
Karma coughs, and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it?
This...
Oh, gods! Hold on. This is his man voice. Oh, gods. I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower, the soft gentleness gone. Karma puts a hand to his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is teetering on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I've always wondered how he is able to change his voice, but I always forget to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma? Oh, it's one of these. Oh, it's Miss Karma. I turn to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time in the dress store. Your dress is lovely today as always, Miss Karma. Karma? Can he not talk without sounding like a guy because he's being adored? Miss Karma, are you okay?
I am quite fine.
Oh no, he's got his man voice now. Alright.
I am quite fine.
I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face.
Excuse me, I am feeling under the weather.
Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather. I notice that he is trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I'm too amused to offer any sort of assistance. Ah, I've never seen this look before. It's so cute. What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's smile is forced, and his eyes are glaring at me. I'm not able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. It's gotta be done. He obviously wants to leave, but I cannot help myself. Miss Karma, I do wish you would say something. At the very least, you should thank this girl for her compliment. Oh no, it's quite all right. Come on, Karma. You're usually the most charming person on these streets. Thank you. Sounds like he's dying now. I
cannot help but start laughing again. The small annoyance on Karma's face seems to dissipate completely.
Leaving.
He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick.
It's run out.
Run out? Oh, that's how you have a lady's voice. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Aww. Interesting.
The potion that Parfait makes for me. I must have talked too much.
You talk too much? Karma puts a finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear that he won't speak to me until later. That's really neat. Parfait, you're helping everybody out. When we arrive at the tavern, it is already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? I need to know is... I'm going to assume he's still got his man voice right now. And curse me if I'm wrong, whatever.
You have a nice smile, Princess Lucette. I'm glad I could make you laugh.
Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous.
It's worth sounding ridiculous just to see you smile.
You and Rumple really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room.
I'm glad I could make you laugh.
I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see if Karma is practicing with Jurian or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. So many sleepless nights on this route. Delora and Parfait let me go out to the forest at night alone now, since they know that I'm meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight, reading a book. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes.
Oh, Princess, I didn't see you.
I notice that she's closed the book and I can now read the cover. She is reading Cinderella? That's my Fairytale Curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right?
Yes, that's right.
And yet you are reading one.
The curses are based off of these fairy tales, that's after all.
But why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale. It's reversed.
True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her.
Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away.
Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you?
Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing.
You have friendships and people who enjoy your company.
No one in this tavern enjoys my company.
Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you.
Like me? Why would you like me?
You've become like family here.
I haven't even been here that long.
It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Marchen is family.
Family? You were saying that everyone at the Marchen is like family?
Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family.
I speak more with the people here than I have ever spoken to my own family. In the palace I was always alone. The only person I could speak with was Fritz.
Are you going to watch Karma practice?
I nod in response.
Be safe, Princess.
As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma?
You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he didn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess?
Karma hides his curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret?
Princess Lucette, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly.
I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm trying to help him.
Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with.
I put my hand to the necklace around my neck.
I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. I wish this was all simpler and that karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Be too simple, though. Oh no, not another one of these.
Mother, I went to town today.
Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you?
He told me that it would be fun.
And was it?
No. Everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why.
I have told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The townsfolk are jealous of you.
Jealous?
They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Lucette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Lucette. You need only trust me, because I will never hurt you.
Chapter 5. Favors and Payback. Favors and Payback? Sounds ominous. Also, I just gotta say, it's really weird to be spending all this time now at the Marchand after all the time in the palace last time. It's just like crazy. I have been at the Marchand for a couple of months now, and I still haven't managed to do a single good deed. Today I went out to town with Waltz to buy ingredients for parfait. The two of us have both been very quiet, which is uncharacteristic for Waltz.
Princess,
What?
did Karma explain why he wasn't coming with you today? Princess?
Does Waltz not like my company? Is that why he is asking why he had to fill in for Karma? He said he was tired.
Oh.
Waltz turns his head, his eyebrows furrowing in confusion.
The town feels different today.
It does?
I feel as if there are people watching us.
How can you tell?
With practice. I have a lot of eyes on me when I'm doing my puppet shows, after all. Even before then, I was used to being watched, I guess.
Before you were cursed? Why?
Well, I was more conspicuous as an adult, I guess.
An adult. Oh, right. You have the Neverland Curse.
You remembered. Yes, I have the Neverland Curse. I told you what that was in the tavern once.
You are stuck as a child when you should be a man.
Right. It's a little inconvenient, but I've gotten used to it.
Waltz is so much more straightforward about his curse than Karma. But do we know how to help his curse? No. The two of us go into a store where we find the little cups that Parfait asked us to buy. After I pay, Waltz automatically picks up the bags. His help is nice for a change. I've become so accustomed to carrying the bags on my own.
So, have you made any progress on your good deeds?
You can see from my necklace that I have not.
But you have changed.
I still don't see how I have changed at all. Karma hasn't taught me anything about doing good.
Sometimes in order to do good, you need to realize some things about yourself first. Maybe Karma's not so bad at helping you with that.
He is selfish, flamboyant, and acts as if the world revolves around him.
But you're still partnered with him.
I am. I am okay with Karma's company. Most of the people judge and shun me. But Karma hasn't done that, and he's even mentioned enjoying my company. I have become more tolerant of him, too.
Oh, Princess.
Waltz's eyes light up, and I see him pointing ahead to a crowd of people gathered around the center of the town. A woman stands in the middle of the crowd telling people's fortunes.
We should go see if we can get our fortunes told. Come on.
The crowd around the woman only grows larger until nearly half of the plaza has been taken up. I find myself pushed around in the crowd as I try to follow Waltz. The crowd is dense, though, and in no time at all I have lost him. Waltz! I call for him, but I do not see him over the dozens of people in front of me. I will wait for him at the outskirts of the crowd. He should be able to find me. I make my way out of the crowd into the edges of an alleyway. But Waltz still does not appear. 10 minutes go by, and I consider walking back into the crowd when I hear a voice behind me.
do I feel like it's Mithros? Are you looking for someone, madam? I feel someone grab my hand. I slap them away and take a step back. When I turn, I find a man standing behind me in the alleyway. Nope. It's just a random townsman with no eyes.
Are you looking for someone, madam? Didn't mean to startle you.
What do you want?
I want to help you return to the palace, Princess Lucette.
You know who I am?
I do, Princess, and I can lead you back to the palace.
Who are you?
Someone who's working for the king.
But the king does not remember me. The only people that would remember me are witches, fairies, and those with the curse. So who exactly is this man? You're lying.
Princess, why would I ever lie to you? Now come, I'm sure everyone at the palace will be very happy to see you.
The man grabs my hand roughly and begins trying to pull me through the alleyway. The first thing I try to do is scream, but the man clamps his free hand over my mouth. The crowd is getting further away, farther from us, and no one can see us in the shadows.
Princess, I swear on my word I'm bringing you back to the palace.
Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop. I'm gonna save before I die. I gotta fight and buy myself some time, I think. Hopefully I don't die. I have to fight back. Maybe I can still draw people's attention to me. I try to squirm my way out of the man's arms, but it does not work. He chuckles lightly at me until I elbow him in the stomach. For the few moments that I am free, I try to run, but all too soon the man grabs me again with the same punishing grip over my mouth and nose to stop me from screaming.
You're a real feisty one, ain't you?
I feel like I might faint. In one last attempt to get free, I tug at the man's hand with my own and manage to shift it just enough until I can bite down on it. Ow! The man screams in pain, his grip finally loosening. I can hear him curse as I run away from him. Did we really make it away? Oh no, a few minutes later I realize that I have gone in the wrong direction. I soon come to a dead end in the alleyway and I can hear the man running up behind me. Karma!
What is this I see before me?
Ugh! I look up to see Karma standing on the rooftop right above us in his disguise, holding a sword, a broad grin on his face. Okay, he's in his disguise. Whatever. I better change his voice again.
What is this I see before me?
Madam, you might hurt yourself playing with that sword. You might want to put it down.
What's this, sir? Do you feel threatened by me? You should.
Karma jumps down from the building and raises his sword in front of him. His eyes are angry, his earlier jovial personality fallen away.
Anyone that attacks a lady has to pay for the crime.
Karma rushes forward, moving faster than I can see, even in his long dress. The glint of the sword causes the man to fall backwards, loosening his grip on me. I step back from the man's hold and watch as Karma points his sword at the man's neck.
Now I have a sword and you do not. Do you really want to test your luck, sir?
This isn't worth it.
The man runs off, leaving me alone with Karma in the alleyway. Thank you for coming to my rescue again.
What's this? You were a lot cockier just a few moments ago.
I breathe out slowly as relief washes over me. Well, doesn't this look familiar?
Princess?
Waltz approaches from where the man had run.
So, did you meet the coward fellow on your way here?
I bumped into a man who looked as if he was running from death.
Oh my, I feel oddly accomplished.
Karma and Waltz's voices become faded and indistinct as my vision blurs. I am suddenly light on my feet. All the adrenaline from earlier has dissipated into thin air. I feel tired.
Princess!
And again, we pass out. Before I can collapse, I feel arms pulling me back up.
Rest easy, Princess Lucette.
I close my eyes and fall into blackness. She's not very good with adrenaline. She just, passes out anytime something goes wrong.
When I wake up, Anise is setting a tray of food down on my bedside table. She does not notice as I rise slowly from bed. Anise.
Oh, Princess, you're up. We were worried about you. Lady Delora and Lady Parfait said you were just out because of shock, but still.
How long have I been asleep?
Just a few hours, Princess. Don't worry about chores for now. Lady Delora says that if you're feeling better later, you can use Mr. Broom.
Just thinking about using Mr. Broom gives me a headache. Where are Karma and Waltz?
Waltz is scouting the town looking for the man that captured you.
And Karma?
I think he might be in his room, Princess. He's got patrol tonight, so he's resting a little bit.
If he has patrol tonight, that must mean he was resting this morning, too. How did he know I needed help?
Do you need anything, Princess?
No, I'm going to visit Karma. What?
To thank him?
However he knew, if Karma hadn't been there, things would not have ended so well.
Yes.
That's sweet, Princess. Oh, Lady Delora wants to talk to you about what happened when you're feeling up to it.
Okay. I wait until Anise leaves the room before I follow after her.